In Osu, there are so many different ways to play the game. One of the main variables for playstyles is your aiming device. People can aim with a mouse, a tablet and pen, or touchscreen. For this video, I'm going to completely forget about touchscreen as I personally have no experience with it, and so I'm going to compare which is better, mouse or tablet. And with these, I also have at least a year of experience with the both of them, so I think I've got a pretty decent leg to stand on, even if I am slightly biased. There has long been a debate on which device is better, so I'm going to talk about the positives and negatives of both to find out which is the best. Let's start with the one every PC user has, I should hope, the mouse. The pros of mouse are, well, you probably have one, and so that is a great start. In my opinion, it is also super comfortable to use for long periods of time, unlike tablet, which I'll get into in a little bit. On top of this, you can also use the mouse on any surface, even if it is uneven. Look at FG Sky, for example. He literally plays using a mouse on a pillow, and he's not just some nobody, he dominates the leaderboards. But despite all of this, people tend to despise mouse. Why is this? The flack seems to stem from its downsides. Now, there are a couple I can think of, but there's one that sticks out the most, and that is mouse drift. Mouse drift, for those who don't know, is when your mouse drifts away from its original position due to it having a sort of circular area, like shown here. Props to FunOrange42 on Twitter for the animation as well. It makes it so much easier to explain. And this is not usually a big deal for other games, as you can just sort of correct it as you go. But for a game like Osu, fixing something as serious as this mid-map is just not feasible. You do not have the time. And so the longer a map is, the bigger of an issue this will become. Other than the mouse drift though, there aren't really many downsides I found, besides from weight. A mouse is obviously going to be heavier than a plastic near hollow pen, and so it'll put more strain on your wrist and arm, especially if you use a low DPI.
What am I looking at? What is this? Who? Oh my god! Oh!
However, it's not just physical effects. Your aim is also going to be far smoother, and not in a good way. With how smooth it is, it's going to make fast jumps and weird aim control so much harder to hit. Like, just look at this example. For float aim though, I feel like mouse could help out way more than a tablet could. Bear in mind, I haven't properly played mouse in over a year, and I still managed to do this. Okay, so why do so many people preach about the tablet and its superiority? And for starters, no mouse drift. Tablets use absolute tracking, so no matter where your cursor is on the screen, the pen will be in the same location on the tablet. Not having to readjust your device all the time is such a game changer, especially for the longer maps with little to no breaks. And for many it really is just that simple on what sways them. However, I think tablet has many other great features, such as the pen being lighter. This helps with aim flexibility as you get more control over your aim, especially in the faster, more complex jump sections. Again, another example here of that. However, there are a few negatives to tablet that I've found personally, and I've not seen anyone else talk about them. With tablet you use a pen, and they are way flimsier than a mouse is, as it's just a hollow plastic tube with some wiring in it. And if you are a prone rage gamer, you are very quickly gonna go through pens. No, but in all seriousness, they are way more fragile than a mouse is. On top of this, having to go out of your way to buy one specifically for Osu is just a bit of a pain in the ass. And no, don't say you're going to draw with it too. We all have done that. You'll draw with it once, and then Critter's going to gather dust and cobwebs. You are not going to draw with your tablet. I will say, tablets are fairly cheap for what they are, but for a lot of people, it's just way too out of their budget. And it makes sense to stick to mouse. Oh, and another thing. Lefties out there, if you don't already tap with your right hand, get ready to learn. You're going to need to either relearn tapping or relearn how to hold a pen. I personally am a right hand tapper chad, even if it wasn't by choice. And talking about holding pens, going back on the comfort, you are probably going to want to either make or buy a cover to put over the pen, as I found that holding the pen completely nude caused quite a bit of irritation and pain in my hand. That might just be me though, I don't know. And honestly, other than that, the only glaring issue I see with tablets is having to get yourself a tablet driver off of the internet. And this isn't too bad, but like, unless your tablet comes with software, it could be a pain. However, this will change with Osu Laser, as it has a tablet driver built into it. And so, with all of this on the table, which should you pick out of the two? In my humble and honest opinion, you should really weigh out the differences and choose for yourself. As long as you find it comfortable, you can play with anything. Again, look at FG Sky. Look at Bonk. If you can try tablet before you buy it, perfect. If you can't, it might just be a bit more of a gamble to see whether you like it or not. Either way though, both playstyles are viable and can work in the top ranks respectively. Just go with whatever feels most comfortable. Just because you use one or the other doesn't mean you're going to get better quicker or get a skill buff.